People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet, and my blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And I'm going to part my hair in one of my favorite braiding patterns for box braids. And it occurred to me that someone asked me to show them how I do that the next time that I go to part my hair in that pattern. So here's that requested video. First, you're going to part your hair in a cross from your widow's peak. Well, if you don't have a widow's peak, from the center of your head, match up your nose to the back. Then you're going to go ear to ear. That makes this pattern. Okay. Next, you're going to treat each section like a separate section. So go ahead and braid that out the way like this. See what I did? And because my head is a little bit bigger than most people, I went ahead and cut the bottom part in half and made 2 marker braids there. But it's going to follow the same thing by the time we're done. Okay, part 2. You're going to take the little pie piece of one of the sections, and you're going to literally make a cross like you did to make the whole head. And then after you do the first cross, you're going to put an X through it. All of this I usually do with a parter. In this case, it's a bamboo chopstick. So for this one's actually made for hair, which is why it's so cute. But you could use an actual bamboo that you just take a emery board and file it, because wood is the gentlest thing for your hair. Plus, if you have an itch, nothing works better and it won't scratch your scalp. Okay, well, I'm going to use this as a pointer. So after you make your initial cross and then you do the X, that brings us to step number 3. Now you're going to take, sorry about that, now you're going to take and make a square from the parts that you had. And you're doing this all separately, by the way. So basically what you're going to think is, for the little sections you have, you're basically putting an X in between each one. Okay, and then, say for instance you have a square that has an X, see right here, like you did your whole head. Then you're going to do the same thing, and they become ever increasingly small X's and triangles. So you end up with something that looks like this. See that? So basically you have little triangles. Now say first I want to make that smaller, then I would just take and make a part from here to here. So I end up with a triangle here, triangle here, triangle here, triangle here. And I would do that in between each one. And that's how I get my parting pattern. It's really, really simple. It just looks complicated by the time you're done. And when you start out with your initial parting pattern like this, which is what I have here. Ta-da! So then this, you start working with just the one, becomes another one, and then over, and you keep doing that till you go through step 1, there you go, step 2. Well, actually, I showed you card 3. Let's try that again, shall we? You have step 1, which is your crisscross. Then you have step 2, which you split your crisscross. So you go cross, cross, then exit. Then you have step 3. There we go. We have step 3, where you start making X's in the little parts you did make, and your final result ends up looking like this. No matter where someone looks on your head, they're going to see a geometrical triangle or diamond from different squares. And that's how I get that parting pattern. It actually takes me less time to do my braids that way, because Now when I do it this way, I can decide which section I'm working on. If I don't allow myself a lot of time, and you'd be surprised how often that happens, then I could take and go like this, go like this, like this, like this, and then like this. Show you a little trick. Ta-da. And I've actually been known to take a snoot, not a bonnet, but a snoot, and do this, and go to work leaving the part sticking out. So that way it looks like I styled my hair, and I'm just wearing it covered for that day, because there are times when I do wear my hair covered on purpose, especially certain occasions. On prayer week, I wear my hair covered because the Bible does say prayer without ceasing, and you're supposed to pray with your hair covered. So while I'm styling my hair, no one knows I'm styling my hair when I have a snoot or a bonnet or a galette on. But in the meantime, okay, that was funny. Anyway, this is the People 7 on Twitter and YouTube. People are elsewhere on the internet. Check out my blog. I will be scanning these pictures, well, these cards rather, and maybe make a better picture of the finished results, and take a picture of my hair when it's done, so that way you can get a good idea of how that's going to go. And I'm going to go watch the ACMs while I play in my hair. So y'all stay blessed. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Oh, that's another thing. I look like the flying nun, like wasn't sticking out like that. But I did notice one thing about the dyeing the red hair only. Okay, as you can see, I did present my gray streaks. But my hair from here to here is shiny, and from here down is slightly duller. People say when you color your hair, it makes your hair shiny, but my natural hair that didn't get dyed is actually shinier than the color I added. So healthy hair is healthy hair. So if you can avoid the hair dye, do that. I only took mine back to its natural color to get rid of the red, so that way I never have to dye it again. And I know now I'm going to have to deep condition it and work with it to get it all to shine like at my roots. So stay blessed. Stay tuned. Bye now.